Once upon a time, there lived a girl named Chioma, who was born with a thread of destiny woven into her soul. Her name, Chioma, meaning gift of God, in the ancient tongue, would prove to be a prophecy of the incredible talent that lay hidden within her. From a tender age, Chioma's fingers moved with a magic of their own, weaving fabrics into garments that told stories of beauty, elegance, and wonder. Little did the villagers know that this unassuming girl would one day become the most sought after tailor in the land, crafting garments that would adorn royalty and change the course of her life forever. As the years passed, Chioma became more perfect at what she does. Her pieces roped were embroidered with powerful symbols. Suits that seemed to shine under the sun were works of art. Every stitch was perfect, every hem flawless, and the villagers wondered how a young lady could produce such masterpieces with no error. Chioma's skill became legendary, reaching far beyond her small village. Her flawless clothes, adorned with symbols of prosperity and grace, drew people from distant lands. Soon, word spread into kingdoms across the region, and even kings and queens traveled to see Chiome's remarkable work. Her shop overflowed with customers daily, a crowd waiting patiently in the sun for their turn. However, Chiome's childhood friend, Zara, was also a tailor. While she was skilled, her creations couldn't compete with that of Chioma. Slowly, Zara began to lose customers who flocked to Chiome's shop instead. Zara tried everything to improve her designs, changing her style and using brighter colors. But every time, the villagers would return to Chioma, praising her impeccable craftsmanship. In their village was a queen named Natasha. She was known for her demanding nature. She was notoriously rude, often complaining about how nasty and horrible the dresses made by her new tailors assigned to her were. Her dissatisfaction led her to frequent highs and dismiss tailors, always in search of the perfect fit. She would say, "Did you take a good look at the dress before bringing it to me? This dress looks horrible. Who even made you a tailor? Do you expect me to wear that dress?" And many other negative comments she gave about the dresses the tailors made. The news about Chiome's creativity spread through the entire kingdom, but Queen Natasha did not believe what she heard. So one day, Queen Natasha decided to pay a visit to Chiome's shop. Curious about the craftswoman whose work had recently captured the attention of her court. She entered, her eyes widened at the sights before her. Rows of magnificent outfits, each one more captivating than the last. Every piece seemed to tell a story, woven into the fabric with a skill unlike anything she had seen before. She moved slowly through the shop, pausing to take in the intricate designs and delicate embroidery on each garment. Her fingers traced over each texture of the fabric, feeling the softness of silk, the weight of velvet, and the lightness of fine cotton. The colors danced in the sunlight that streamed through the windows, casting a warm glow over the collection. Queen Natasha spent hours exploring Chiome's creations, admiring the attention to detail and the vibrant, soulful artistry. As she examined one especially elaborate gown, an idea began to form in her mind. Inspired by Chiome's talent, she decided to challenge her with a personal request. "Meet me in the palace tomorrow morning, and when you come, I shall hand over to you an illustration of a dress my tailors couldn't bring to life." The next morning, Chima reported to the palace. After a moment, Queen Natasha arrived, holding a piece of parchment covered in complex illustration she had carefully drawn herself. The design was intricate, filled with symbolic pattern and a level of detail that would even challenge the most skilled tailor. I want a dress like no other, something that embodies my spirit, the legacy of our kingdom. Can you bring this vision to life? Chioma held a piece of parchment, and for the first time, Chioma thought to herself, "This is something I haven't sewn in my entire life." The queen looked at Chioma, knowing perfectly well that she can never bring those illustrations to life. Chioma smiled and said, "My queen, your vision is as grand as the stars and as deep as the roots of our land. If it is within my power, I shall do all that I can to bring it to life. Your dreams shall not remain in shadows. I will give them form, breath, and spirit. With all that I am, I will honor your vision," Chioma said as she kneels before the queen. As Chioma was about leaving, Queen Natasha spoke. "Before I forget, all the information you need about my measurement is written behind it." In the quiet of the night, Chioma knelt before her mirror and recited the incantation. In her hand was a piece of parchment bearing the queen's intricate design for her new dress. This was no ordinary pattern. It was woven with symbols of strength and wisdom, details so complex that even Chioma felt daunted. As she stared at the design, her reflection in the mirror shimmered. There, within the glass, her twin appeared, Kia, her silent partner from the other side. Without a word, she stepped forward, crossing the boundary between realms to join her in her task. Working together, Chioma and Kia brought the queen's vision to life, stitching by moonlight. Every detail was handled with care. Chioma sketched the structure, while Kia added the magical details that made the dress seem alive. They wove rare threads of white and shimmering silver, crafted from materials so delicate they seemed otherworldly. They sewed other dresses in addition to the queen's request. By dawn, the dress was complete, a masterpiece of elegance and enchantment, far beyond anything seen before. The next morning, Chioma carefully wrapped the dress in a fine cloth and placed it in a special bag to deliver it to the queen. Her heart raced with anticipation, knowing the queen's exacting standards. Upon reaching the palace, she was escorted to the throne room, where the queen was seated, surrounded by her guards and maids. She raised an eyebrow, clearly surprised. "So soon, Chioma?" she questioned, her voice laced with doubt. Chioma simply smiled, bowing as she knelt and opened the bag. She lifted the dress from its cover. Gasps echoed through the room. The rich scent of jasmine and the soft shimmer of the fabric caught everyone's attention. The dress seemed to hold its own glow, as though it had captured a piece of the night sky. Embroidered symbols danced over the fabric, every stitch radiating with an enchanting energy. The palace guards, who rarely showed emotion, leaned forward, mesmerized by the dress beauty. The maids exchanged wide-eyed look, barely able to contain their awe. Even the queen, accustomed to only the finest thing, was momentarily speechless. In that moment, she understood that this dress was unlike anything she had seen before. A masterpiece that transcended even her lofty standards. Turning to her treasure, she gave a swift nod. "Order a empty sum of gold to be delivered to Chioma. Her skill deserves nothing less." Gasps of astonishment filled the room. The queen was known for her frugality, rarely offering such rewards, but today her owl outweighed her pragmatism. Chioma bowed humbly, her heart racing with pride and gratitude as the weight of her reward sank in. The queen's voice softened as she looked directly at Chioma. May this reward be a testament to your unmatched talent. Let it be known that in my court, excellence is honored. Zara had lost almost all her customers to Chioma. Her curiosity grew, wanting to know how Chioma makes her clothes. Daniel was hired by Zara to keep an eye on Chioma every day. He was tasked with watching her movements and reporting back. However, after several days of peeping into Chioma's shop, Daniel saw nothing out of the ordinary. Daniel continued this for several days, but the lack of excitement tired him. The routine became monotonous, and eventually decided he no longer wanted to keep watching Chioma. Frustrated, Zara took the matter into her own hands and resolved to observe Chioma personally. Each day, she saw nothing. Chioma would be working quietly and peacefully. Frustrated but persistent, Zara continued this until one fateful night when she saw something unusual. Chioma woke up in the middle of the night, checking the windows to make sure no one was watching. Satisfied that she was alone, Chioma knelt in front of a large ornate mirror in her room, bowing her head as if in a prayer. To Zara's shock, she saw a being emerging from the mirror. She looked exactly like Chioma, as if they were twins. With silent precision, her twin began to work, sewing and stitching with otherworldly speed. Fabrics floated in the air, needles moved as if guided by unseen hands, and the garment took shape within minutes. Zara was terrified, yet entranced, watching as a mirror twin wove and embroidered with a skill beyond any human. Her twin worked tirelessly, completing a series of beautiful outfits. Once the work was finished, Chioma went back and knelt before the mirror. After reciting her incantation, her twin went back inside the mirror. But to Zara's horror, Chioma turned to the window and spoke, her voice calm yet piercing. Now you know my secret. Zara froze in fear. She knew Chioma had seen her, yet she couldn't move, paralyzed by what she had witnessed. Zara's heart raced as she stood there unable to move her body. Her eyes fixed on Chioma's calm demeanor. She felt like a small animal trapped in the gaze of a predator. Every fiber of her being screamed for her to run, but her legs seemed rooted to the spot. She recalled the events that had led her to this moment. She had been so careful, always hiding in the shadows, never leaving a trail. But now, Zara had seen her, and Chioma knew. She had managed to keep this secret hidden so long, and now it all seemed to be unraveling. As Chioma's words hung in the air, Zara's fear turned to panic. She felt like she was drowning, unable to breathe, unable to think. Zara's concerned gaze fell on her, but she couldn't meet her eyes. She was lost in her own terror, her own desperation. Terrified, Zara ran home with the speed of a light, not looking back. The scene of what she had seen kept playing in her mind. After Zara discovered Chioma's secret, she was restless for days. She couldn't shake the memory of what she had seen. Her mind drifted to old village tales about people who had mirror twins, identical reflection that could step out from the mirror and walk among them. Such people were rumored to have unnatural gifts, and their twins were said to act with minds of their own, capable of both good and evil. The fearful villagers had long believed that anyone with a mirror twin was cursed, and under a ruthless king, these individuals were hunted down and wiped out. Yet, Chioma was nothing like the figures from those dark tales. Zara had known her as a kind and generous lady, always helping others, never once showing a hint of darkness. But now, Zara couldn't ignore what she had seen. Chiome's mirror twin had stepped forward, mimicking her movements as if it were a second self. One fateful morning, burdened with questions, Zara returned to Chiome's shop. Her voice shaking, she spoke of the old tales, of the legends surrounding those with mirror twins, and admitted her fear. Chioma listened quietly, then shared the truth. The mirror twin was not a curse, but a guardian, a protector passed down through generations in my family. Chioma explained that the twin appeared in times of great need, often unseen, guiding and defending when danger loomed. This was why she kept it hidden. She feared the misunderstandings that could rise, especially in a place haunted by old tales of darkness. The old tales, she realized, had twisted the truth. Perhaps people feared what they could not understand. Looking at Chioma now, she saw a woman shaped by her heritage, not cursed by it. "Thank you for trusting me," Chioma said, her voice steady. And in that moment, Zara knew that her friendship with Chioma was stronger than any legend. As time went on, Zara decided to focus on men's clothing, and with time, new customers from different parts of the world came to her shop. She gained new ideas and improved on her craftsmanship, all thanks to Chiome's advice. For the first time, she had discovered what she was good at. Kindly like, subscribe, and share this video if you find it to be interesting. See you in the next video.